Imagine this. You're stepping into the vast, ancient heart of Africa. The sun's setting, the sky is just unreal with color.
Hmm.
And as it gets darker, the air itself feels alive, almost humming. You hear a rustle, maybe a distant call.
That feeling, right? Something powerful, just out of sight.
Exactly. It's this place of incredible majesty, mystery,
Hmm.
and, well, adventure that kind of pushes your boundaries.
And often that adventure connects you to the wild in ways that maybe people don't expect. It challenges how we usually think about it.
Precisely. So today we're diving deep into that world. We're really getting into African hunting safaris,
Okay.
specifically looking at leopard hunting in Namibia, the challenge there, and then shifting to plains game hunting in South Africa, which sounds quite different.
Right. Two very distinct experiences.
Yeah, and our goal here is to sort of unpack the source material we've looked at, go beyond the usual ideas. We want to explore the conservation side, the maybe unexpected luxury, and all the planning involved.
Think of it as a shortcut, maybe, to getting properly informed about this unique world.
Exactly. So let's start with the leopard. Our sources constantly call it the ghost of the bush.
It's such a fitting name. It's not just about speed. They're masters of, well, deception, just vanishing.
Right. The material describes hunting them as one of the most demanding, exhilarating things you can do.
Absolutely.
Leopards are just incredibly cunning. They might circle back on their own tracks, use thick brush to disappear completely. It takes this almost intuitive sense of how they think. It's really emphasized that every single leopard hunt is earned. Requires huge patience, sharp skills, and a deep respect for the animal and the land.
That respect part is key.
Yeah.
So why Namibia? What makes it the ideal setting for such a challenge?
Well, Namibia really stands out. First, it has these vast concessions.
Okay, explain concessions quickly.
Right. They're basically large, privately managed land areas set aside for hunting.
Yeah.
Huge natural habitats.
Got it. Big spaces.
Exactly. And that, combined with highly professional trackers, allows for what's called a fair chase.
Which means...
It's a core ethical idea. The animal has a real chance to escape. It's a genuine challenge, not just a guaranteed shot.
Okay.
Especially for a mature trophy leopard. And trophy here doesn't just mean big. It usually refers to an older, prime animal. Taking one can actually help the overall population.
That's a really important distinction. The trophy aspect isn't just about size.
Definitely crucial. And the hunt itself, it sounds less like what people might imagine and more like this intense strategic game, like chess almost.
Yeah, the sources paint that picture well. Days spent just reading tracks, setting blinds.
And then those long, quiet nights, waiting under the African stars. They literally call it hunting in its purest form.
What makes it feel so pure, do you think?
I think it's because it strips away all the modern stuff.
Yeah.
You're relying purely on ancient skills, reading the land, understanding animal behavior, just immense mental focus.
Imagine those nights, every little sound.
Must be amplified, right? It becomes this deep psychological test, which brings up a big point. Beyond the individual hunt, what's the wider impact?
Yeah, this is where it gets really interesting, like you said earlier.
Because the source material is clear. Leopard hunting in Namibia isn't just some isolated adventure. It's tied directly into a proven, community-based wildlife management program.
Exactly. It's not just allowed. Regulated leopard hunting is actually a tool. It helps with population control, protecting habitats, and this is huge. It directly funds local communities.
How does that funding work?
The trophy fees, the main cost of the hunt, plus licenses and permits paid by the hunters, that money goes straight back into conservation programs run by the local communities.
All right.
So it creates this direct economic reason for people living there to protect the wildlife and the land. It makes leopards valuable alive within their ecosystem. It links sustainable use to survival, basically.
That direct economic link is fascinating because for a lot of people, the idea of hunting for conservation still feels, well, backwards.
Yeah, it's counterintuitive for many.
What's the biggest misconception there, based on our reading?
I think the main one is just that any hunting automatically harms populations.
Right.
But our sources show that with species like leopards, regulated hunting focuses on specific animals, often older males, past their peak breeding years. Removing them can actually reduce fighting over territory and help the overall population's health. Plus, the money empowers those local communities. They become the guardians, reducing poaching, protecting habitat. Conservation becomes an asset for them.
It turns the whole dynamic around.
Precisely.
And when it comes to actually doing this ethically, understanding leopard behavior, reading the bush, The name Travis Wier keeps coming up. President, CEO of Global Hunting Solutions.
Yeah, the sources point to his team's deep expertise, over 30 years in this. It's that practical, on-the-ground knowledge that makes these ethical, fair chase hunts possible.
Ensuring the hunt genuinely supports those conservation goals.
It's that mix, isn't it? Deep know-how and a real commitment to doing it right.
Definitely. Okay, so that's the intense, almost solitary pursuit of the leopard. Now, if we shift focus, our sources open up a totally different kind of African adventure.
Right, the plains game safaris in South Africa, a whole different world.
Yeah, the description is luxury hunting meets adventure. It sounds like a different vibe altogether. High-octane aerial hunts mentioned, but also world-class dining.
And the flexibility really stands out immediately.
How so?
Well, they can handle groups from just one hunter all the way up to 25. Trips can be 7, 10, or 14 days.
Wow.
And crucially, it's suitable for almost any physical level. They rate it only 1 out of 5 for physical demand.
So really accessible then.
Very. Makes it a great option for first-time international hunters. High success rates, excellent guiding. It's not just for the super fit hardcore types. It feels welcoming.
That definitely broadens the appeal.
Yeah.
And the locations sound incredible too. Kimberley and the Limpopo regions.
Yeah, known for thousands of acres of private land, really well managed, high game density, excellent trophy quality.
And the variety of animals you can hunt there is just huge. I mean, obviously, the famous ones like kudu.
With those amazing spiral horns.
Right. Or impala. But the sources also talk about the thrill of hunting, say, sable, with those big curved horns, or even tiny elusive stuff like steenbok.
Yeah, the smaller antelope present a totally different kind of tracking challenge, often overlooked. It's not just about the big species.
What's the day-to-day experience like on these safaris? It sounds quite structured, but also relaxed.
It does. It follows a nice rhythm. Typically starts with coffee, then a proper breakfast, then out for the morning hunt, then usually a break during the hottest part of the day, maybe lunch, rest, then back out for the afternoon hunt until sundown.
And the evenings sound pretty special, too.
Oh, yeah. Sundowners, drinks at sunset, then really nice hors d'oeuvres, followed by a 3-course South African dinner, often outdoors, apparently.
Right.
And then sitting around the fire, sharing stories from the day. It sounds like the social, cultural side is just as important as the hunt.
It really does, like a full immersion. What else is on offer besides the actual hunting?
Quite a bit, actually. They offer cultural side trips, like visiting the Big Hole in Kimberley, that massive old diamond mine.
Oh, interesting history connection.
Right, or guided diamond mine tours. You can also do afternoon photo safaris or visits focused purely on conservation aspects, get a broader feel for the place.
So options for everyone in a group, even if they're not hunting.
Exactly. And then there's something called the Two Blades package.
That sounds intense. What is it?
It's for a specific high adrenaline aerial hunting experience. Definitely a niche offering.
Aerial hunting. That brings up questions I get. What do the sources say about the challenges or ethics of that?
Well, it's portrayed as highly specialized and very regulated, often used for specific game management goals or getting into really tough terrain.
Okay.
High adrenaline, yes, but it requires extreme precision and control. Strict rules apply to ensure it's done ethically and targets are chosen effectively. It's definitely not for everyone, more for someone seeking that very specific, unique challenge.
Gotcha. And it sounds like you can combine different types of hunts, too.
Yes, absolutely. You can often upgrade a plains game hunt to include dangerous game, maybe Cape buffalo, which they mention offering in Botswana, or adding predators like caracal, serval, or jackal to your South African hunt.
So you can really tailor the whole thing.
Exactly. It really highlights the bespoke nature. You can craft your ideal African trip.
Which brings us back to the logistics, making it all happen smoothly.
Right. And again, Global Hunting Solutions, Travis Wier's outfit, is central here. They promise that world-class, seamless experience built on those 30-plus years of doing this internationally. They handle the whole journey.
So they deal with all the tricky stuff. The sources mention help with firearm import paperwork. Bringing your own rifle can be complicated.
Super complicated sometimes, yeah. They assist with that. And also securing CITES permits.
Okay, CITES, what are those exactly for listeners who might not know?
Right. CITES stands for the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species. These permits are vital international agreements. They regulate the trade of species that might be threatened.
Oh, okay.
So getting a CITES permit ensures that any trophy taken is done legally and sustainably. It directly links back to proving the conservation benefit, actually. It's crucial for legal export and import.
Understood. And then there's the whole process of trophy preparation. It's not just boxing it up, is it? The phrase salt, dry, dip, and pack comes up. Can you break that down?
Sure, it's quite specific. Salt dry is the first step, curing the hides carefully with salt to preserve them, stop any decomposition. Very important.
Okay.
Dip is a chemical treatment, basically a sanitizing process required for international shipping. Prevents any biological contaminants from crossing borders.
Right, biosecurity.
Exactly. And pack is the specialized crating and packaging needed for safe, secure transport. It's a meticulous process, and they manage it all right through to getting the trophy back to your home country.
That sounds like a massive relief for anyone traveling. Takes away a huge amount of stress and potential problems.
Definitely. And it reinforces that all-inclusive feel. The sources also list luxury lodging, gourmet meals, drinks, professional hunters, trackers, skinners, even rifle rental if you don't want to bring your own, daily laundry, Wi-Fi.
They really aim to remove all the friction, let you just focus on the experience itself.
That's the idea. And importantly, it's not only for hunters.
Right, you mentioned that earlier.
The sources really stress that these luxury safari lodges are great for couples, families, non-hunters have plenty to do. Spa services, photo safaris, those cultural tours, just general wildlife viewing.
So it can genuinely be a fantastic trip for everyone, regardless of age or whether they hunt or not.
Absolutely. It makes it a much broader destination appeal.
Good to know. Any practical tips from the sources? Best time to go? Gear.
Yeah, the prime hunting season is generally March to October. That's autumn and winter in southern Africa, so cooler weather, less vegetation, generally better conditions for seeing and tracking game.
Okay, makes sense.
And in rifles. For plains game, they recommend versatile medium caliber rifles. Things like a .306, .308, 7mm Rem mag, or a .300 1 mag.
Why those specifically?
Well, they offer a good balance. Enough power for the wide range of plains game, from smaller stuff like impala up to larger animals like kudu or zebra. But the recoil is generally manageable for most hunters in different situations. They're effective and ethical choices for that variety.
Got it. Versatile tools for a varied hunt. And it seems Travis Weir's operation isn't just limited to Namibia and South Africa.
No, the sources briefly mention they also outfit hunts elsewhere. Uganda for Sitatunga, for example, or Botswana for Cape Buffalo.
Really shows the breadth of their expertise and network across Africa.
Yeah.
Managing these kinds of complex international trips takes serious experience.
It definitely does. It underscores that depth of knowledge needed to deliver consistently, wherever the hunt might be.
So we've covered a lot of ground here. A really fascinating deep dive into African hunting safaris. We've seen the stark contrast, but also maybe the surprising connections between that super challenging, conservation-focused leopard hunt in Namibia
The ghost of the bush.
and the luxurious, diverse plains game experience in South Africa. From tracking elusive predators to, well, gourmet dinners under the stars, it's clear these adventures are way more complex and layered than many people might think.
Definitely multi-layered. So thinking about it all, what really stands out to you, the listener? Maybe it's how these immersive, professionally guided trips really challenge the simple narratives we sometimes hear about hunting.
Yeah.
They seem to reveal this complex mix of pure adventure, genuine conservation work, real economic benefits for local people, and this incredible level of luxury all happening right there, deep
Right.
in the wild. It kind of forces you to think about the different layers, doesn't it? What it really means to engage with the natural world in this specific way.